Hi everyone, good evening, good Tuesday evening, and thanks for being here. We're now halfway through the month of June, just to let you know. Yeah, it's going by ever so quickly, as is always the case. Halfway through this month already, even though the forecast tells a bit of a different story. Still got a pattern similar to what we have seen over on and off throughout the past several days, and a couple of dips in your forecast temperature-wise. I'll talk about that, some calls of emergency, and a few other of our top headlines in just a few moments. But before I do, in all seriousness, I need to make sure we pass a few things along and a couple of requests to all of our viewers. For everyone who tuned in last night, you noticed that I wasn't here. For many of you, you saw a message which explained exactly where I was. It was a wonderful day. It was an exhausting day, a sad day and a happy day all together. Speaking of moving Lacey to Lexington, as she's now getting ready to start her first year of medical school at the University of Kentucky. So a day that we've known was coming for a long time, planning for and packing for, and dreading and looking forward to all at the same time. And I prepared a message on the program last night explaining that and making sure everyone maybe had an opportunity to wish us well, keep us in your thoughts and prayers as we took on that endeavor and that trip, and with the understanding that I'm back today. However, due to some technical difficulties beyond my control, not everyone received that message last evening. So just to let you know, that pretty much the rule of thumb, and I don't know if I ever actually put it like this, but with the exception, this is about the only exception almost, of being late, which I am from time to time, hopefully no more than 1, 2, or 3 minutes, and I know there are times when we have late breaking news or something happening, and it's a few minutes thereafter, but by and large, with the exception of the program starting 1 to 2 to 3 minutes late, and we don't have that happen as often as we used to, I don't. With that exception, anything else that causes you not to be able to see this show at either 6 or 11 on your respective cable provider is out of my control and technical difficulties that are not here in-house or in studio. So any instance of that where you have an audio problem or video problem or the show is not on, there will always be a message for you explaining that I'm not here. We've had to be out of the office today, either for a family emergency or a family event or a meeting or something that happens from time to time. But if there's not a message and there's no show, then please call your cable provider and let them know that there is some issue on their end. As things happen, technology is great and killing us all at the same time, and we're all kind of battling the same fight. So just to let you know, there will be a message. If you don't get the message on the occasions that I'm not here, the good news is, to finish that sentence, be sure and let someone know. The good news is that, however, for the most part, I've had 2 kids graduate this summer, and Lacey moving. I've still got to move Andrew to UK later on in the fall, but it's been a busier than normal summer as well. So there have been a few days that I've had to be out, more so than any other year perhaps in the history of this show. But just want to let everyone know. So if I'm a minute or two late, give me a few minutes, and if the show's not on and you don't see a message explaining why, well, be sure and call and let them know that you're having some issues with your service, and we'll try to get those fixed as soon as possible because we don't want anyone missing the news. With all that said, I've got to jump straight into the news tonight because I spent the day and the night in Lexington, just into the newsroom today to find out that I've got a whole lot of news to get caught up on. I'm going to hit the high spots tonight with a few calls of emergency. A very good story tonight, albeit a brief one, but a good story thanks to John Barry at the University of Pikeville, who tells us that we now have another student-athlete of Magoffin County who has pinned her name to a letter of intent to further her education and her sport at the University of Pikeville. The name of the young lady, and you will recognize her because, well, she has played and lettered in 3 different sports all 4 years of high school. Basketball, track, and cross country. She has won numerous awards. She has had a wonderful success in all that she has done, not just as a young person, as a student, but also as an athlete. And today, thanks to some video from the University of Pikeville, we get to sit in as Miss Stephanie Helton signs to play, or rather run, cross country for Coach John Barry and the cross country team at the University of Pikeville.
We're here today to sign Stephanie to a National College of Intent to run cross country for the University of Pikeville. This is a great day for the school. Not only is Stephanie a good runner, she's a good student and a good person. We're very fortunate to have her here today and very proud. And I would like to let Coach Ward say a few words at this time.
Stephanie is an amazing athlete. I've had the pleasure of coaching her in cross country and track. She's dedicated, she's hardworking, and she's wonderful. And she'll be a wonderful asset to U-Pike.
Flanked by family and her two coaches, her high school coach, Tanya Ward, as you heard, and of course her soon-to-be coach, or new coach, John Berry. Stephanie did indeed sign her letter of intent just earlier today. Like I said, she played basketball, and she ran track and cross country all 4 years. She just got back from competing at the state level with her track and field team. She actually won the 100-meter hurdles in the region, qualifying and taking her to state. Her 4x1 team won runner-up. The girls' team also were regional runners-up as well. I haven't got the scoop on how well she did at state. It was just days ago, but I understand they did very, very well, and has a long list of accomplishments on her, not just her athletic, but as well her academic resume that she's now taking. We're so glad to announce again to the University of Pikeville. Love doing stories like those. Wish Miss Helton well in all of her future endeavors, and I'll be right back. Speedy's is always the best deal in Sagersville. Right now, save a whopping $11 on every carton of Marlboros, $4 on every roll of Red Seal and Copenhagen, and go green with the green bottle. We've got L81 in the returnables, $5.99 a six-pack. Milk is still any 2 gallons for $6, and 2 15-packs of Coke or Pepsi products are just $8.88. Get in, get fed, and filled up at Speedy's in Sagersville. Parkway Pharmacy, as always, promises the quickest service with the very best care and prices, and to always have someone there to talk to when you have a question. With 3 pharmacists, curbside, drive-through, and call-ahead service. Parkway Pharmacy in Sagersville, 349-4400.
Where you can always talk to a pharmacist when you need one.
There's no missing that this is the new McFarland and Tinker Law Office location on the Mountain Parkway in the former Farm Bureau building in Sagersville, just like there's no denying that their nearly 60 years of legal experience has won their clients millions and millions of dollars in disability, auto accident, and wrongful death cases. It's where your case matters to you and to us. McFarland and Tinker, also Griffey approved. In recognition and honor of all of your achievements, especially your extraordinary senior year, Sagersville National Bank wants to salute the class of 2021 and assure you that wherever your next horizon leads you, we're here to help you save for your dreams with student, business, personal checking, and more. Congratulations to the graduating class of 2021 from Sagersville National Bank. Just click on ConleyTire.net and you can shop for tires, find out more about services, brands, wheels, rims, their free coffee, free Wi-Fi, and free local shuttle service, and of course the latest and greatest current offers and specials like how right now you can get up to $150 back on a set of Goodyears. That's ConleyTire.net, or you can always stop by in Staffordsville or give them a call at 297-2424. Come and see the newest arrivals at McGoffin County's oldest gun and ammo dealer, like the hot new Ruger 5.7, their most cutting-edge platform yet that fires an awesome 5.7 by 28 millimeter round. And knives, they've got them. The gentleman's knife with real rosewood handles, $14.99 after a mail-in rebate, and a huge selection of case knives, hammerheads, Barlows, Stockman's toothpicks, bone stag handled, special knives for dads, grandpas, and our masons, great for Father's Day, and everything you need for your 6-string, picks, strings, saddles, tuners, amps, cords, and more at Frazier's Prater Drugs Radio Shack. A number of auto accidents over the course of the weekend and other incidents, a number of arrests that as well have taken place since I saw you last, and a lot of other important headlines. I made a long list when I got back in town today. I'll get to work on that tomorrow. However, tonight we'll begin with a few accidents. One incident which didn't, but really could have, resulted in armed guards watching a payload for several hours while it was uprighted back onto the truck that was carrying it before it went off of a McGoffin County road. I'll get to that after the first few accidents. Yes, in all seriousness, there was a serious accident that resulted in the injury of a young McGoffin County teenager, I believe around the age of 14, which was operating this four-wheeler. This reportedly took place over the course of the weekend when the young person was operating the ATV, made contact with a tree after the teenager lost control of the ATV, and then the four-wheeler went some 40, 50 feet over an embankment. That's happening on Punching off of Route 7, some 2.5 miles up off of Route 7. I understand the young person suffered some head injuries possibly, but fog in the area resulted in a no-fly situation as a paramedic on site did call for a helicopter due to the injuries. The teenager not wearing a helmet was taken by a ground ambulance to an area hospital, and that's all we have at this time. I know, however, as well, over the course of the weekend, a McGoffin County Sheriff's deputy was fortunately not injured seriously in a crash involving his police cruiser. The SUV that was being operated by Deputy Ryan Caudle, I believe, overturned. It looks as though at least a couple of times, according to pictures that I have and the others that I have seen. He was traveling the area of Gifford Road off the Mountain Parkway over the course of the weekend on patrol. A fellow deputy told me in a phone call earlier today that he saw what he believed may have been a suspicious vehicle or something of that nature, and while investigating, lost control of the SUV. It went up onto the embankment, rolled at least a couple of times, and landed on its roof, as you see here. He was taken by ambulance to a hospital for what was believed to be non-life-threatening injuries. He was out of the vehicle upon arrival of emergency personnel. And here, on a lighter note, is the incident that I was referring to. We all know the cost of lumber, the painfully high cost of lumber that we have seen here in the past 6 months. We've also as well seen all of the memes and the jokes and everything else that go along with it, rightfully so. So that was where I was going with, that it could have required a security guard or a network of security guards to guard this payload. Tens of thousands of dollars in actual money is what this was worth, and what it was worth to someone, well, maybe even much more than that. This is another GPS fail. We have them from time to time. I just got back into the office a few moments ago and confirmed with Carter Conley that the driver of this truck was either going to or coming from Tennessee and following his GPS. And with that load on that flatbed, that vehicle was coming out of Pricey. Yes, and you know where and what that details. If you've ever been on Pricey, there are a couple of really sharp curves, and we know where that one is. And he lost his load. There were actually 4 pallets which went over the embankment, some still on top of the truck. Crews were on scene from 7 o'clock in the evening. I think this was yesterday, until Sunday or yesterday, until roughly 2 or 3 in the morning, getting the truck and the load uprighted and removed from this area. There were no injuries, but this does go to again yet prove loudly that trusting a GPS, especially in a vehicle of this size in any part of the country, but especially rural eastern Kentucky, can and does quite often, as we see here on the show, get you into a tight spot. In all seriousness, that lumber was worth $40,000 in its own value. In all seriousness, probably worth $10,000 a year ago. Nevertheless, it is amazing to just still see what lumber prices are continuing to be at this time and really show no signs of coming back down. Very, very sad to say. Building a home right now will be a very tough thing to do. With that said, I'll be right back. Your calendar is next, more news, and your updated forecast. Still got a little taste of fall in it. It's time to play the Lee's Famous Recipe Daily Lunch Special Game, where behind curtain number 1, we have our super tasty country fried steak sandwich. And behind curtain number 2, our famous chicken sandwich with lettuce, pickle, and mayo. And you can get either one of those on a bun or a biscuit. But wait, behind curtain number 3, our extra famous footlong with homemade chili. And all 3 come served with our famous hand-dipped potato wedges and a drink. Monday through Friday for lunch from 11 to 2 for just $5 plus tax. You're a winner either way you go at your Sayersville Lee's Famous Recipe. Welcome to East Kentucky's premier vape and CBD shop, offering all natural tobacco alternatives and everything vape and smoke shop related. Everything you're looking for and everything you're not. Best quality, best prices, best service.
Come to Appalachian Smoke Shop for all your tobacco alternatives and accessories, as well as products like CBD, Kratom,
and legal THC that people are telling us they're using to treat pain, anxiety, depression, difficulty sleeping, and lack of energy, as well as just for overall wellness. Make it your one stop, Appalachian Smoke Shop.
Call the pros. All Pro Gutter Works specializes in seamless gutters, vinyl siding, metal roofing, replacement doors and windows, remodeling or adding on to your home with free and fair estimates backed by decades of happy and return customers with guaranteed satisfaction and 18 months 0% financing. All Pro Gutter Works. 349-9999.
I'm Dr. Jason Zimmerman at Highlands ARH, the healthcare system of Appalachia.
Let's kick it on over to tonight's McGoffin Farm Bureau Community Calendar. And bear with me, I've got a lot from the McGoffin County Senior Citizen Center. They did open their doors, I'm so glad to say, yesterday. So glad to get a chance here in the coming days to go visit with them and see how they're all, I'm sure, thrilled to be back inside or together. Now, keep in mind, due to shortages of staff, not just from the Senior Citizen Center, but as well as Sandy Valley Transportation, seniors have to provide their own transportation for the time being. It's not a permanent thing, but something that we're just having to deal with right now, being short-staffed, and that's for every business and every entity. So they're working on that. Just bear with them. I also want to mention, however, it is Commodity Week, this Thursday. They desperately need volunteers and help. If you can go down and spend a few hours, commodities start being distributed behind the Lloyd M. Hall Community Center at 12:30. But if you can get there a bit early, start helping get the boxes organized and help, and then stay there. It is a wonderful, wonderful afternoon. I promise you, very rewarding and very, very much needed. Also, I just got this in from Marlene. It came in yesterday while I was out of the office. That World Elder Abuse Awareness Day is coming up. It was first launched on June the 15th in 2006, and this year's local event is going to be held in Martin County, and it's going to be, well, I just got this from Marlene, and I'm thinking that the date on it is wrong. So I'm not going to tell you when it's going to be. Sometimes I don't read things before I actually start talking about them, and that's it shows right there. Definitely got the wrong date on it and the wrong year and everything all together. I'm sorry. We'll get to that and clear that up for you on tomorrow's program. With that said, a reminder that tomorrow the Kentucky Blood Center Blood Mobile will be at the Syersville First Baptist Church for donations. Appointments greatly appreciated. You can go online and make those walk-ins also. They will take you just as soon as they can. And remember, you can donate between now and July the 4th. Be registered to win one new Toyota. And then from July the 5th through September the 11th, you can donate and be registered to win everyone who donates another brand new Toyota. Yeah, the Summer Drive-In Double Feature, hosted by the Kentucky Blood Center Bloodmobile, who wants to see you this Wednesday, tomorrow, 1 to 5, at the Syersville First Baptist Church. Now, let's just go on to the following announcement before I blunder any others, and that's just the one that I really can't mess up too bad. This is how you get announcements like these on the program, birthdays and anniversaries too. Tell me, and I'll tell everyone else about them. I do have, it appears as though, one funeral service announcement that has been provided to us this evening. We're told by the McGoffin County Funeral Home, who sponsors our nightly announcements on our obituary listings, that 57-year-old Barkley Arnott, Alban Barkley Arnott of Syersville, passed away on Sunday at his home. The son of the late Shannon Lloyd Arnott and late Lydia Gale Prater Arnott. He survived by his daughter, Brittany Arnott Mullins, and brothers Jack Wesley Gillian, Kenneth Ryan Gillian, and Patrick Prater Arnott, all of Syersville, as well as sisters Phyllis Gillian, Sarah Lee Arnott Howard, and Alice Minerva Arnott Likens, as well as a host of family and friends. Funeral services in Barkley's honor will be held this Thursday afternoon starting at 1 from the McGoffin County Funeral Home. Friends can call on the funeral home for visitation tomorrow evening after 5. It's finally here. It's T-shirt season. And if you've been looking for the coolest designs by Pink Armadillo, Lucky Bird, and Simply Southern, look no more, because the T to tell the world what mood you're in or where you want to be is at the seasonal shop. And all the hoodies and caps and accessories to go with it. And for, I don't know, Father's Day, get Dad something from Ridge and Holler. And for anyone and everyone, something from Brewmate to chill whatever it is you're drinking. Happy summertime from the Seasonal Shop in downtown Sayersville.
Summer is here, and the deal on the iPhone 12 mini just got even hotter at Appalachian Wireless. The iPhone 12 mini comes with massive features and is the perfect pocket size. Best of all, Appalachian Wireless is offering the iPhone 12 mini for just $1 with a 2-year contract. Good things do come in small packages, and it's the iPhone 12 mini on the region's best network. But don't wait. This deal won't last long. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
All right, last item of business on this Tuesday. Surprised I got that right, but I did, finally, or fortunately. Still a fall feel in your forecast, and there are some summer spots as well. A bit of a back and forth. It's been an interesting June. It's been an interesting past few months weather-wise. Fortunately, we're not going to see a whole lot of rain out of the showers that we are expecting to see. Tonight, however, 51 degrees, a little bit on the cooler side. Certainly more of that tomorrow. 51 tonight, patchy fog late in tonight and in the early morning hours tomorrow. Mostly clear skies tonight. Tomorrow, upper 70s. It's going to be a mild day. 47 degrees at the end of your Wednesday. How's that grab you? A little fog in the morning, the patchy variety, sunny and 78 degrees. I mean, it's definitely not mid-June weather. We will go upwards from there temperature-wise. Check out Thursday into the low 80s. Still some fog lingering. Get used to that. We'll see 2 or 3 days of it in the mornings and nights. Fog lingering Thursday morning, but sunny skies pushing us up to about 81 on your Thursday. Clear that night, and we'll go from the upper 40s to mid-50s for nighttime lows on your Thursday. And warmer still, and much more like June and summer in Kentucky on your Friday. 87 degrees is where we expect to top out. Sunny skies, mainly after 2 or 3 a.m. Friday night, Saturday morning. That's our next shower chance to the tune of 30%. 30% during the overnight, and a 50% chance of showers and storms on your Saturday. That system knocks us back down a few degrees, down to the low 80s for 83 degrees on your Saturday. And then we'll stay on that pattern Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Low 80s, low 60s for lows. Partly sunny skies across the board. Shower chances anywhere from 30 to 50 to 60%. And then another scenario next week puts us back into the 70s on Tuesday. That's going to do it for this Tuesday. Again, my apologies for being out yesterday, as well as the message that I had on letting everyone know that not playing. But nevertheless, I will see you back here tomorrow as we are now into the second half of June when I see you then. Thank you for watching.